Hi, welcome back to our channel, Two Brothers Opinions. My name is Barry. This is my brother Mark.
So, what are we doing today?
We're doing a topic called "Is there racism in America?" Or are you treated a certain way by the way you act?
Ooh, I like that.
That's kind of an add-on.
A little add-on.
I got that from my one of my production managers.
Production manager.
And she will know who she is.
Yes. No, actually, that's a really good title and that gives us two things to talk about. So
yeah, definitely.
Cool.
We got some statistics and other stuff.
All right, let's go over. Well, how about this? What if we give a quick opinion as what we think?
Sure.
And then when we look through statistics, maybe that even changes our minds.
Absolutely, we could do that.
Okay, because I would think that looking at the United States as a whole, 330 million people, all 50 states, not 57 like Barack Obama used to say, but all 50 states.
Did he say 57?
Yeah, one time. I would say majority of the United States is not racist. There's probably pockets here and there.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
Excuse me.
That would be my guess.
Okay. My opinion is only by the way that I'm out and about in our area where we live, and even when I lived out west, I say no because of the way people treat each other and their interactions between the races. But do I think there is racism?
Oh,
I think there is.
Well, I think there's racism, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you hear people in the news like, or anybody just saying like, oh, well, United States is racist and everybody's racist and racism is everywhere. And, if you can't get a loan somewhere, it's because of racism. I'm not sure it's that prevalent.
No. It's the national news. They're out for a narrative that they want to push on the people. Because remember, the news is not the news.
No.
It's the old Dan Bongino quote. They tell a story, but not
the story. Yeah.
So they're going to feed you what they want you to believe. And the gullible people, Democrats, will always believe what CNN, MSLSD, and a few of the other initials.
Yeah, PBS and all those. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
And I think a lot of that comes from, well, we'll use one example, Al Sharpton.
Oh, yeah.
The guy has made a career on being a racist.
And owing taxes and not going to prison.
Yeah.
Unlike other people.
Right. And there's countless other people who just talk about race all the time. But he to me is like the one guy you remember all the time that's always finding something racist. And then
he feeds on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He makes a living off of it. And then the whole Tawana Brawley thing, he lied about. I mean, he's just ridiculous. But people like that then make you think that, oh, maybe we're a lot more racist than we think.
Yeah.
So I know you had done some research.
Yeah, I actually see, folks. We don't just sit around the house and watch sports.
That'll be later.
So this is a pretty surprise. I'm going to be like a reporter. I'm going to have a pen in my hand.
Yeah.
There was an August Gallup poll that came out. The poll was taken between June 2nd and June 26th of this year.
Oh.
Yep. And it said that 64% of America believe racism is prevalent in the United States.
That's
64%.
That's high.
That's really high.
That's why I would believe that's really high.
Now, we just had a discussion off camera as to how you say a poll. If you want to do a poll, what you say, how it's said,
how you worded the question,
right? How you worded the question, and where you take the poll data.
Absolutely.
Now, if you go in the suburbs and say, "Are most white people racist?" So now you're in the suburbs where it's a predominantly white area. Predominantly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the makeup would be. In each state, it's probably different.
Right.
So you would ask those people, and they would go, "No,
of course.
I'm not racist.
Right.
By no means."
Yeah.
And then you go into the inner city, and you're going to go, "Absolutely, yes."
Yeah.
There's tons of racism. I see it every day.
Yeah. Now, and we're not discounting that some people see it and some people experience it. but they talk as if, it's like an absolute. Either there is none or there is some. It's like, well, that's
No.
ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now,
'Cause-
if you wanted to talk about racism, we talked about about jobs. What did
The affirmative action.
affirmative action? I think that was a form of racism against whites
Absolutely, it was.
because it basically was taking jobs from people regardless of their color, but
Right.
their qualifications, and it was given to people that were underqualified.
Just because you needed quotas.
Right, and that is a form of racism.
Of course it is. Yeah. I mean, we even saw it in New Haven
Mhm.
with the firemen like
It
many
was a
years,
lieutenant test.
many years ago.
Yes.
Yeah. And they eventually went all the way to the Supreme Court. And eventually the things like 7 or whatever firemen that didn't get promotions, they won the case.
Yeah. And basically said that if you're dumb and you take a test and fail, you're basically done.
Right.
And regardless of race.
Right. Absolutely.
So, I came up with some other figures. And this is pretty. We're going to skip around a little bit, jump around,
Yeah.
but it all has to deal with racism.
Yeah.
So this is post-Civil War era. Okay, the legal abolition, of slavery did not end racism. It was reinforced through black codes and Jim Crow laws that basically enforced segregation and voter suppression until the mid-20th century. Now, what party enforced Jim Crow laws and black codes?
I can guess.
I'll give you 14 guesses, but I think you get it.
I think all 14 say Democrats.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is another thing we talk about. Now, is that terrible? It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Jim Crow laws, black codes, white bathrooms, black
Yeah.
bathrooms, white bubblers,
Yeah.
water fountains.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Of course.
I don't care who drinks before me.
I don't care.
No. But a party that didn't want slavery to end, enforced Jim Crow laws, etc., and it's predominantly supported by the people that were being oppressed.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
We talked about that before, and I still can't get that through my mind.
Right. Why do minorities keep voting for Democrats when Democrats keep lying to them and never giving them anything and keeping them poor, keeping them in ghettos and low income housing, and yet they keep voting for those idiots? I don't get it.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And that goes all the way back to LBJ.
Yep.
With bringing in welfare, and he said, "You leave it up to me. I'll have the N-word."
Yep. I'll have them
voting
for
Democrat for 200 years.
Yep.
And he won. He's winning.
Yep.
A man that was an out and out racist.
Yep.
And the blacks are voting for the.
Well, not only that, but you look, they did it again when they elected Biden. Biden gave the eulogy of the former KKK head,
the Grand Cyclops.
Yeah. And they all voted for him.
What was his name? Senator.
I can't. Byrd. Was
Byrd.
it Byrd?
Richard Byrd.
Yeah.
Richard Byrd.
Yeah. So
Hillary loved too.
Yeah. So not only did they do it with LBJ, they're still doing it because they voted for Biden, and he was a racist.
Oh, not racist.
Yep. Unbelievable.
And another thing, I know we're getting kind of
That's
off
all right.
track,
No, it's
but
all right.
it all has to do with racism. So now you have schools across the United States that have Woodrow Wilson's name on them, who was an out-and-out racist, hated blacks, and the first president to show a moving picture in the White House, and it was about the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't know.
Do people do research?
No,
do
people
they
don't
know what they're even talking about?
No, they know more about some stupid TV show than they know about the history of this
Yeah.
country.
The Kardashians. I haven't watched one episode of the Kardashians. I could care less about any of them.
Yeah.
Except for the guy who's now a woman who might want to be a guy again. I don't know. He's from Connecticut.
Oh.
You know, the father there. What's his name?
Bruce.
Bruce Jenner,
Yeah.
who everybody, when he won the decathlon,
Yeah.
wanted to be Bruce Jenner.
Yep.
But
He was on the Wheaties box.
Yeah, the Weenies box.
The Wheatie.
Oh,
Not a weenie.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have one of those.
Okay.
Well, maybe he still does.
So, so I did just a little bit of research on the makeup of this African American people want to be called.
Yeah.
Before it was, I just want to be called black.
Hmm.
I don't really care.
Well,
but I put in
right, but they want to be African Americans, but then it was Black Lives Matter. It wasn't African American Lives Matter.
No. I mean, to me, whatever you want to be called, I don't care as long as it's not bad words.
Right.
I have, people are going to look at this that don't know us.
Yeah.
If there was a family portrait behind us,
it looks like the UN.
It looks like they call me the UN because I dated Mexican. I've been married to 2 Puerto Ricans.
A Polish girl.
2 Puerto Ricans and a Panamanian. I dated a Polish girl. I went out with a Costa Rican girl. I mean, you know what I mean? I am the United Nations.
Yeah.
And I have black in my family who we love.
Yep.
Our brother-in-law is a great guy.
He's awesome.
My nieces and nephews, I have great nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
They're mixed. We are the American melting pot.
We are, yeah.
So don't look at us and say, "Oh, 2 bald white guys that look like freaking skinheads."
Yeah, they're right. Yeah,
we're really not.
God, no.
No, not at all.
We've had every color that you can imagine in our house eating dinner with us. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My best friend from 4 years old.
Yep.
Is black.
Yeah.
I mean, we went everywhere. I ate dinner at his house. He went out. So when people look at this, they're going to go, "Oh, 2 white guys."
Yeah.
2 white guys that you really don't know.
Yeah. Because, any comment that would come out like, "Oh, these guys are racist," it would be totally wrong because we're not.
No.
And then if they're like, "Oh, you're just saying you're not," because that's what you say. We can't convince you that we're not, but we aren't. Because
no. We're so open. The last couple of videos ago, I said, "Yeah, I had a vasectomy."
Right,
I don't have to tell you that stuff.
No.
But we want to be transparent as possible.
Yeah.
My girlfriend right now, she's Puerto Rican. Her mom and dad are from the island. They're Boricua, which means they come born, raised in Puerto Rico. Yo hablo español un poquito. Comiendo arroz en gandules and habichuelas. And I love Spanish food.
Well, and like I said, you lived in Panama.
Yeah, I lived in Panama. And people go, "Oh, that's different." It's not different.
No.
It's not really.
I know, it's crazy.
But anyhow, getting back.
And we just ate Mexican food the other night.
Yeah, we sure hell did.
It was good too.
Yeah, I love Mexican people.
Yeah.
When I lived in Arizona, I worked with a bunch of some of the hardest working people. I mean, they don't want, the ones that I knew didn't want nothing but a job.
Yep.
Yeah, of course, there was 14 families living in one house. But they
all worked.
House.
But all 14 worked.
They want the American dream.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I just asked a quick question to AI, which I like and don't like. I said, what is the makeup of black or African American population in the United States? 14.4%. That's what it said.
Right. And the general thing you'll hear is around 13 to 14.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I said, what is the makeup of blacks in jail? And it's 37 to 38%.
Right.
That's a lot when there's a 14.4% population in the United States.
Well, and then I don't know if you got it, if you asked the question or if you got it, but I know, again, in Charlie Kirk's, a lot of his videos, they would say something like, African Americans make up 13%, 14% of the population, but commit something like 50 to 55% of murders. To me, that's a societal, cultural thing that we might get into.
And I think that has to do with no dad in the house.
Well, yeah, so I'm saying
I really believe
that.
that. I really believe that. My best friend, like I said, I've known him since we were 4 years old. Mom and dad together till they passed. We'll go from the oldest.
Right.
I think she just retired. She got a job and she worked for Metro PD. She was a dispatcher. The next one down now a retired Maryland correction officer. The next one down, I'm going in their ages.
Yeah.
He is a retired firefighter, arson investigator. The next one down is a retired correction officer, put 21 years in. The next one down, put like 22 years in as correction officer. These aren't just jobs that, I was worked in the warehouse packing batteries or something,
No, they had careers.
They had careers.
Yeah.
All of them have families.
But they had a family too. Mom and dad were in the house.
That's the point.
Yep.
Mom and dad worked hard. And I know for a fact because I grew up with that family.
Yeah, they lived right behind us.
Yeah, I could not grow up with that.
Right, yeah.
Because this was our area.
Yeah.
Inner city,
yeah,
but a very diverse area.
Yeah.
And everybody owned the house and kept their yards beautiful.
Well, then you get people like Dr. Ben Carson, who came out of like horrible, low-income, ghetto kind of stuff. Became a
top neurosurgeon.
Yeah, neurosurgeon for kids. I mean, it was like doing brain surgery in people. So when people are like, well, we can't get ahead because,
we're oppressed.
No, you oppress yourself.
That's the key.
And you make choices that keep you oppressed.
If you look down upon yourself and say, woe is me, then you're the problem, regardless of color.
Yeah.
Because it happens, now people in where we're from would know, but there's Berkeley Heights. It was predominantly a black housing project.
Yep.
Bad.
Yeah.
You're lucky to find a black family living in there now.
Yeah.
It's mostly Hispanic and some white families.
Yeah.
So if you look upon yourself as I am being oppressed, you will be oppressed.
Yep.
Because if you don't put the time in to say what programs are there for low income to help me,
and they're there.
Your fault.
Yep. Yep.
And if the program doesn't suit you, you know what you can do? What my niece and nephew did. They joined the military.
Yep.
Because my sister said, I can't afford to send you to college. Don't worry, we got it. My nephew went full-time military, Army. My niece went for Army Reserves.
And she's a nurse now.
Yeah, she went in as a combat medic.
Yep.
Matter of fact, the only reason why she didn't go to Iraq, because they were called up twice, is she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Both times when the call came.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't go. You're
right.
pregnant.
Yeah.
But their unit went.
Right. But they also had the backing of their mom.
Yep.
And then their grandparents, our parents. So family was still the key. They always knew it'll be okay. Like we'll always have a place to live, we'll always have something to eat, but you still have to make choices. And you got to work at it. I mean, becoming a nurse is, you don't just click your fingers and you're a nurse. You got to go to school, you got to study, you got to pass tests.
She has 2 bachelor's degrees.
Yeah.
A bachelor's degree in history.
Yep.
And did a accelerated 1-year bachelor course in nursing in 1 year. Now, anybody that knows that that's a nurse, whether regardless, male or female, because there's a shortage of male nurses in the United States. If you want to be a nurse,
there's good money.
That's wide open. And you could be a travel nurse. That's even more money. Open. Yeah. That was difficult to do. Of course, our sister helped with the children.
Yeah. Right. But family was the key.
Family.
If she was on her own and there was no family to help her, it would have been a lot harder. So they had supports. And that's why we go back to 2 parents and the family and all that.
Yep.
But, yeah. So what else we got?
Well, the civil, we talked about this a little bit when we were talking about, the landmark legislation, Civil Rights Act of 64, and then the Voting Rights of 65, outlaw segregation and did erase, but it didn't erase deep-seated prejudice, especially in the South. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Well,
I know. I was just thinking because I don't want to forget to bring it up. But if people want to, change their mind or at least open their mind up, but they think, especially people of a minority, go read some Thomas Sowell. Watch some of Thomas Sowell's.
Yeah.
It's Sowell, I think. Watch some of his videos.
Read his book.
Read his book.
Read a book for a change,
Read a book
folks.
instead of listen to one on your phone. I don't care as long as you get the information.
Yeah.
But someone like Thomas Sowell will change your mind. And then there's the famous interview with Morgan Freeman on 60 Minutes, being interviewed by Mike Wallace, where he says, they were talking about Black History Month, and so they were talking, and Morgan Freeman was like, "I don't want Black History Month. He goes, you're gonna relegate my whole history down to 1 month?
1 month.
He says, I don't want it. He goes, is there a Jewish History Month? And Mike Wallace was like, no. He goes, well, do you want one? And Mike Wallace was like, no, I don't want one. He goes, well, neither do I. So then Mike Wallace kind of asked him, like, so what do you think we should do about racism? And you know what he said? Stop talking about it. But that won't get into the news, and that won't be your headline story, because too many people make money off of keeping people thinking that there's racism, and that's what keeps them down.
And that's what the news is supposed to do. Not years ago. Years ago, they reported the news. Now the news has an agenda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I shouldn't really say that, because the more you research the guy in our time as baby boomers, what was his name? And that's the way it was.
Oh,
Walter Cronkite.
Well, yeah, right. Walter
He also
Cronkite
had an agenda too.
Yeah, well, he was very liberal, but he just didn't show it a lot. But then you had Rush Limbaugh come out, and people didn't like him, but he was more. He would tell you basically the story, not a story.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't like him, or didn't know about him or whatever. But I forgot how many millions of people he used to listen to. And the guy was smart. And then, over the last few years, we were listening to Dan Bongino, and he's the one, like, he's like, let me tell you what's really going on. And these are people who would tell you the truth. I'll say the truth because it's as close to the truth as you can get.
As you could get.
Nothing is 100%.
And what did our father used to say? People don't want to hear the truth. They would rather be fed lies.
Yep.
For a man that really wasn't educated, is a very smart guy. We said that before, some of our past videos.
Well, the man read everything.
Yeah. even the corrections in the newspaper. He would read the corrections. Oh, yes, I was wrong on that.
But he read Reader's Digest. He'd read the Sunday paper from every insert from front to back.
To get Leatherneck magazine.
Yeah.
Go Marines.
The man read everything.
Yeah.
And was smart. But you could have a conversation with him, and he dropped out of high school his junior year. And went to work.
Because he had to back then.
Right. So he never even graduated high school. And honestly, our mom never graduated high school. She dropped out her freshman year.
Yeah.
Except, our sister became a respiratory therapist. I have a master's degree. You do really well. Like, I do
okay.
Yes, I'm saying, no, you do. And could we have, could we have gone down the wrong path? None of us really do drugs.
No, not drugs. I didn't. No.
Even drinking.
I got in a little trouble when I was younger.
No, in your life. If you look at your life.
Yeah.
Alcohol was never something that got in your way. Drugs were never something that got in your way.
Never touched nothing.
Right. None of us, other than dumb things when you're young, but, are any of us in jail? No.
Nope. Don't want to go.
Do we all pay our taxes and, live?
Yeah, try to.
Yeah, but we all pay our taxes. We all abide by the rules.
Yeah.
It comes down to choice. And if you want to be
oppressed,
and
and
if you want to be a victim, then keep thinking that.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why, I don't think there's a lot. I don't think that the people that want to be victims is a big number.
No.
There are a lot of people. That's why originally I was like, I don't think America's racist. Because I don't think there's that many people who want to be victims, although there are a lot.
Or a lot of people that play the victim to get ahead.
And then that just made me think. So then you get like New York, Chicago, Detroit. You get all these places where it looks like racism is really bad. They're all run by Democrats. Democrats have a hold on
history.
That.
Yeah.
They have a hold on the minorities. And the only way they can keep power is to keep them poor and keep them needing the government for handouts.
That's changing.
Little by little.
More and more videos I'm seeing. I just watched a guy today. I was in my room and I was just scrolling through videos, and this guy was in California, and he was saying the best, basically what we just said. If you want to be oppressed, you will be oppressed.
Yep.
Right now, there's a shortage of police officers nationwide.
Yep.
You could, if you're young, move to Phoenix, Arizona. You'll get a job like that as a cop.
Yep.
I forget how many thousand police officers are needed. And I get it. A lot of people don't want to be cops because of what the courts are doing.
Still, it's
letting people go, but it's a career.
It's a career with a good lifetime pension after, good money. I mean, gobs of overtime if you want to make a lot of money.
Right now, yeah.
And you could pretty much go to anywhere, any state, any town. They're all looking for cops.
They're all looking for police officers, yeah.
Even the, and people get upset, nowadays because of ICE. But you want to go do ICE, you want to go to the FBI, you want to go to see it. There's jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Go work and get out of your victimhood.
Yeah. One of the other things that my production manager talked to me about.
Thank you, Miriam.
She goes, and I'm not picking on black people. Believe me, I'm not.
No, we're picking.
I'm not picking on.
We're picking on the idea of racism,
right? And it says, what she says, why do blacks treat other blacks differently because of the way they talk or act? In other words, if you meet, if they see a person that's talking educated,
yep,
not using the slang terms,
yep,
they call them sellouts,
Uncle Toms,
traitor.
Yeah, they're saying, "What are you trying to be white?" Like I've heard stuff like that. Yeah,
but maybe they should sit back and say,
"Why don't I talk like that?" Or what did that person do that got them to the point where they're being respected?
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of people confuse my girlfriend for being black.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of people. They think she's just light-skinned black or mixed. Now, she was in a predominantly white area last night working for the company, Extra.
Yeah, we know that place.
Doing recruit. Yeah, we know the place because we know the mayor. He's been the mayor for like the longest running mayor. Like, I think he's the third or fourth longest running mayor in the United States.
When I was a little kid, he drove our school bus. Literally, when I was in first grade, he drove my school bus.
And our grandmother used to yell at him, "Get out of the bus and go to school."
Yep.
So anyhow, that gives it away for some of the people who do know who we're talking about. People are coming up to her just talking like, "Hi, how are you? Oh, your company's looking for drivers and but school bus driver. That's why I met her. And no one treated her any different. They didn't avoid her and talk to the white person that was standing next to her.
Right.
But I still want to know why blacks treat blacks differently, or even Hispanics.
Well,
treat Hispanics differently.
Not only treat you differently, but they interact with you differently. Like they'll speak. What was that? Ebonics or something? When they I think years ago they brought that up.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Where they start using slangs and talking to each other
differently.
That just made me think of something. Like I watched a lot of reaction videos.
Mm-hmm.
Guys or girls reacting to music or movies. They're fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of them, and there's one in particular where there's four, I would say probably mid-20s, maybe early 30s.
They're all family, aren't they?
I don't know if they are, but they're fairly good friends. I know that because they're always together.
I think some of them are family. I know who you're talking about.
And they'll watch something, and the way that they talk or the movements are like beyond like overreacting.
Yeah. Almost like Martin Lawrence on his show when he used to roll on the couch.
I don't get why.
I didn't like that.
I don't get why they can't sit there and go, "Oh my God, that was funny." It's like, "Oh my," and they're flipping over. It's like, why do you have to overdo everything?
I don't know.
And I think some of it's culture. Yeah. And it's like that culture allows people to do that because they think that's what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's like, why? I don't get why. But there's other guys I watch. There's a guy who he's in Colorado and he's a rapper, but he'll listen to all kinds of music. He's really into country now, and he's a and he's in a interracial marriage. You know, his wife is white, and he seems like the kind of guy that I'd love to meet. He's just this really cool guy. He's like 45 years old, a family man. He's got a couple of young kids. He's just the kind of guy I'm like, man, I'd like to meet this guy. He's really cool. But he doesn't act like...
Like an imbecile.
Yeah. He acts like a human being.
Oh, so now you're saying they're non-humans? Because that's what's going to be portrayed.
Yeah, I know. Someone will say that, and they're like, "Oh my God, this guy." That's not what I'm saying. And
no, I know that, Mark.
And anybody who really wants to sit and listen to this would understand that I didn't say that. But no, he's the kind of guy you'd say, "I'd like to meet this guy. I'd sit down with this guy and
have a cup of coffee and a discussion."
Yeah, because he's really cool.
Yeah,
he's not. He doesn't look like he just stepped out of a projects and hates the world. But no, he seems like
the baggy pants.
Yeah, no, right. The pants hanging down. No.
People don't even know where that comes from. And the people that do know, why are you wearing your pants baggy like that?
Tell them.
Yeah, basically in jail that started. You wore your pants like that. That means you're open for business.
Yep.
This kind of business.
Yeah.
So I would never wear my pants. Yeah, do they fall a little bit sometimes? My ass is gone.
I told you, I was at a restaurant one time, and this kid was busboy, cleaning tables. His pants were so low, I saw his entire underwear.
No.
His pants were almost behind his knees.
No. Out.
Yeah.
And he worked there.
Yeah, he was the busboy. He worked there.
Yeah, I would have said, pull them up or you're fired. That's indecent.
Well, somebody else said something, because then he came back a little while later and they were up. But
that's not a...
No, that's not even sanitary.
That's disgusting.
That's not even sanitary.
No.
It's ridiculous. But, so... Okay, so is there racism? Sure.
Yep.
Are most people racist? No.
No.
If you give people the benefit of the doubt, you'll find out that they're pretty decent
people.
They're good people.
Regardless of color.
Yeah, regardless. Yeah, I'm just talking people. I'm not talking specific. No. I just think people need to wake up and stop being victims and stop being a prisoner to your culture and just be you. Just be a normal person.
And if you're not accepted, too bad.
Well,
this is who I am.
Right.
This is my mindset. I'm 62 years old.
Yeah.
If you don't accept me for who you are, who I am,
I don't need you.
I don't need you in my life.
I'm the same
regardless, man, woman, girlfriend.
No, anybody.
Yeah. I mean, that's why my girlfriend and I, we have this great relationship because we accept each other for who we are, the things that we do.
Yeah.
Because you can find fault in anything.
If you want to, sure.
So if you're sitting there with a mindset of, I'm oppressed, everybody hates me, everybody will start hating you.
Yep.
And you will feel oppressed.
Yeah.
Get out of that.
Yeah, and then you'll turn around and blame everybody else for it when it started with you. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I think this was a great video.
Yeah, because
I really do.
Honestly, it feels like we could talk for another 25 minutes
or so, and
then it'll go way too long.
Then it'll go way too long. We're already 33 minutes into this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I believe that people can, get rid of or greatly reduce racism if everybody just decides that that's what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide, I'm going to wake up today, I'm not going to be racist anymore, then don't.
Here's a quick story for you. Our niece years ago used to bartend in a black bar. Okay, so she says, hey, Uncle Barry, what are you doing tonight? I said, no, why don't you come down? I said, okay. I got dressed up, put on some nice clothes, walked into the black club, and it sounded like, the needle on the record goes, and everybody stopped and looked at me. One of the first people I saw, I went to high school with. He came over and gave me a big hug. Oh, hey, Barry. All of a sudden, the music went back.
All of a sudden, you're okay again.
And I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's the mindset of people.
Yeah.
They just saw a white guy coming into a black club.
Right.
But little did they know, when they turned around and the guy hugged me, they said, oh, he's accepted.
Yep.
And it didn't bother me.
Oh, I had the same thing. It was a New Year's Eve. And we were out, and then we knew someone who had an after
hours
club. And it was we would know as the North Square.
Okay.
It was down there. And walked in there, and I think we were there till like 5, 6 in the morning. fine.
Yep.
Because I knew someone who ran
Of
it.
course.
I worked with them.
Yeah.
So like it was cool. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I felt fine. I didn't feel like, oh my God, I'm the only white dude here. No,
Yeah.
not at all.
There's another story. You remember where Mecca's was?
Yeah,
Now that became a place called Cobra's,
yeah,
and it was basically a Jamaican bar.
right.
I walked in there one day, and I got the same thing. Basically, all these stares, like, "What the hell are you doing in here? You're white."
Yeah.
And I asked the bartender. I said, "Where's Cobra at?" And they're like, "You know him?" I was like, "Yeah, I know him. He came out from out back and saw me. Came over and gave me a big hug, And no one looked at me any differently.
No, but at that point, the culture said, "Oh, he must be okay."
Yeah.
But prior to that, they're like, "What is this?" And that's the
Yeah.
that's the part it would be nice to get rid of.
Yes.
Where you don't get that initial reaction, like, "What's Whitey doing here?"
Right. Or if a black person walked into
right.
an all-white club.
Right.
I could care less.
No.
If I was at the door, I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Could I help you?" "Oh, yeah, I'd like to come in and check your place out."
Come on
in.
Right. Right. I don't know.
And that's the way it should be.
Yep.
No one should look at anyone's skin color
No.
and say, that person's not welcome here.
Correct.
They should say, you are welcome to my establishment because you're going to spend money.
Well, and you could even take that, and I know we're doing racism. I just thought of you could take that to somebody who walks in with a hijab or something, and immediately somebody's like, "Uh-oh, we're going to get bombed."
No, you're not.
It's just a person.
You're not. That's just a person.
Yeah.
That's right. That is their religion.
Yeah.
Another guys with turbans.
Yeah.
Like Sikhs.
Yeah, I had a
They're
client.
not. They're very honorable people.
I had a client when I was a therapist. He was a Sikh. I asked him if he could find me.
We were playing the hide and seek.
No, it's true. He was a Sikh.
Yeah. They're very, very honorable people.
Yeah. Yeah.
They come from a warrior mentality.
Yeah, amazing.
I wouldn't want to mess with them.
No.
I really wouldn't. They're usually very big people.
Yeah, he was, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah. People got to stop looking at people and judging because I judge no one. I really don't.
Until they open their mouth and if they do something stupid or treat me in a bad way, at that point I'm like, I'm done with you. I'm not done with your whole race. I'm done with you.
As an individual.
Yep. Yeah.
That's the way it needs to be, folks. Yep. People really need to change the mindset.
Well, and if it doesn't change, then I worry that at some point the people who are being taken advantage of, and a lot of times there's a lot of white people that feel like they're being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is getting all these stuff, and we're like, what the hell? Like, where's ours? Or, well, we're out here working, and so at some point, if they try to keep splitting the races,
not good.
Minorities here, whites here, and they keep talking about that. At some point, there's going to be
a problem,
almost like a civil war.
And you start to think, is that what they want?
I don't know.
We definitely need to do a video on George Soros.
Yeah.
And the money that he funds into all these hate groups.
Yeah. Yeah, all these marches that just pop up, but they all have the exact same signs.
Yeah.
Or
people that are out protesting ICE day and night.
Yeah.
Don't they work? One lady says, I'm getting paid. I'll stay here 24 hours.
Yeah,
so what are you getting paid?
Somebody's giving them money. Hell, there was a video where they were throwing rocks and stuff at the police cars, the ICE cars, and they looked back at the video prior to all that. There was somebody going around dropping off big chunks of cement and stuff.
Pallets
of stuff.
Of bricks and stuff like that someone bought.
Yeah.
And dropped off.
So that they could do that.
They need to trace where those things were bought and who paid for it, whether it's MoveOn.org, which is funded by Soros. Here's a guy that hates this country but lives in it.
Yep.
Him and his son.
And all he's trying to do is destroy
Alexander, who married Huma Abedin.
Yeah.
Who slept with Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
She was what? One of her advisors?
She was her top eight.
Top 8 or something. I think she was 8 in there, all right.
She was 8, yeah. Anyways. All right.
All right.
Do we need to do a Democrat?
I want to.
Oh, okay.
I want to do Chuck Schumer. Yeah.
Why would you pick Chuck Schumer?
Because he's an idiot, and he's using the government shutdown to push the narrative that the Republicans are the ones holding back the funding, and it's not. It's the Democrats.
Yeah.
And you could talk more about that too if you wanted.
No, you're right. But I'm going to pick his partner, Hakeem Jeffries.
Oh, okay. Again?
Yeah.
Did he pull a fire alarm this time?
Oh no, that was a different guy.
Oh, that was a different. Why do I get him confused?
Yeah.
Why do I get him
Hakeem
confused with
Jeffries
that?
is the head of the House, and
Okay.
Schumer's the head of the Senate.
Okay.
So they're both in cahoots with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
They want to spend another 1.5 trillion, but the Republicans who gave them basically a 24-page clean continuing resolution, and all it basically saying was, all we want is another 7 weeks to kind of figure out where our problems are. And Democrats like, no, we'll shut the government down.
Yeah. Well, they just found some money to pay our soldiers, our troops, and airmen, and everything.
So
Good, sailors.
So at least for October, I think it's October 15th. They get paid. At least they're gonna get another check.
The Republicans found the money.
Yeah.
Probably money they were giving to illegals.
Yeah. And
that's another thing I just saw in the state of Connecticut. State of Connecticut, $100 million went to the illegals.
Yeah.
Vote that idiot out in Hartford.
Every idiot.
All of them.
Every congressperson and every senator and the governor of Connecticut are all Democrats.
There's no Republicans representation in Hartford.
If you're in Connecticut, don't vote those guys in again. And that crazy lady with the purple hair.
She's like 1,000 years
Rosa
old.
DeLauro. I know. She looks like she died years ago.
I think she dated
And
Methuselah.
and she's a prune.
You know Methuselah.
Yeah, but she's a prune. That's why her hair is purple.
She's ripe for the pickings.
Not
that kind of picking. No,
anyway,
no.
Okay.
All right. I think that sums it up for
like, comment, notification bell.
Yeah, we're getting into some really controversial stuff, and I think that's good for this channel.
Yeah, we'll see what.
And it's not controversial to us.
No, it's just another topic that we want to talk about. And we'll come up with some other ones.
Yeah, definite. Maybe we'll go on the lighter side, do an open forum maybe soon where we talk about whatever.
We can do that.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. We always come up with some. There is one of my subscribers who works with me. He said he's going to be giving us some ideas, and I really appreciate that very much. Everybody that subscribes or even just watches it, we really respect you and thank you very much for doing that.
That's right. And
except for the tree nut or whatever there.
we did tease a special guest. Remember a few videos ago we teased that there might be a special guest. We got to talk to this person and see if we're going to.
Yeah, we did speak to that person and said we won't get into political stuff,
right?
And because we're on opposing sides, and we don't want a war in our in our house, in our new studio.
Yeah. Yes. What do we call Studio T?
I don't know. I think we did.
Yeah,
you did. Yeah, I think Studio T. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, folks. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, Anthony. And I won't let that go till you hit that. And we appreciate all the comments. We really do. But watch the whole video before you comment, please.
Yeah. And as always, don't let your voice be silenced. You have a voice.
Because hell, we don't.
Hell no.
That wraps it up.
All right.
Thank you very much. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.